Afternoon all, Coach Russ here from The Right Coach, and another new setting for you today. I am just checking we are live. Yeah, we are live now. Afternoon, Coach Russ here from The Right Coach, and I want to talk today about your home gym equipment. So here's the thing, in this current environment of ours, we find ourselves using different things for home exercise. It could be you have a set of dumbbells at home, it could be that you use a bottle of water to lift, it could be tins of beans, you may have a barbell, you may have a kettlebell. But the fact is, we've been in this situation now, this lockdown for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks without access to a gym, and gyms aren't all they're cracked up to be, and it's going to be a long time before we're back in gyms, I would imagine. So what do? You're working out daily, you're using your dumbbells, your barbells, or you're using your bottles of water, whatever it is you find easiest to use to put some resistance through the body, because resistance workouts are the best workouts when you're trying to tone up, when you're trying to build some muscle, when you're trying to burn fat. Resistance is the king or the queen, whichever way you look at it. But your 2 kilogram dumbbell, your 10 kilogram barbell, your bottle of water, it's not cutting it anymore, because you've been working out so long with it that it's actually ineffective, or it feels ineffective. Those 10 reps you did with a bicep curl, nice strong bicep curl when you started, you could do 20 or 30 and it's not really touching the sides. So what do? Gym equipment now cost the earth. Home gym equipment, I say, people are taking the mickey if you ask me. Suppliers, they've upped their prices. I've seen some crazy prices in the hundreds for equipment that used to be in the tens pre-lockdown. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to spend money on that, and I sort of get that. Even though it may be it may be a life investment, at the moment the money's there to do that. So how do you make a 2 kilogram dumbbell work harder for you? So here's what you do. It's called time under tension. So if you think of a bicep curl, if you don't know what a bicep curl is, it's quite simple. I'm with the camera. So we're doing a bicep curl. We're going to have a barbell in our hand, and we're going to lift up, and we're going to lower down again. So you're working the bicep muscle here. It's quite a common exercise, but it could work with squats. It could be whatever exercise you do. The point is, with whatever exercise you do, there's 2 phases to work the muscle. There's the concentric, where the muscle shortens as you lift. Muscle shortens as you lift. With a bicep curl, when you bring the dumbbell up towards your shoulder, that is the concentric movement. The muscle is shortening, the bicep is shortening. And the eccentric is when the muscle lengthens. And it's when the muscle lengthens when you do the real work. That's when things really start happening, the magic happens. So we need to work out how to put more pressure on the eccentric, how we get more effort. What we're trying to do with any movement is drain the muscle. Imagine the muscle is a battery, is 100% full when you start, and as you go through the workout, the energy just drains until you've got nothing left. When you've got nothing left, you've worked the muscle fully. Well, you just told me, you decided that with your 10, 20, 30 reps, it's not draining the muscle. So how do we drain the muscle? So on the eccentric part of the movement, when the muscle is being stretched to its full length, you increase the time that takes to happen. So if currently you're doing down 1, up 1, and when you go down again it's just the count of 1, if you go down to the count of 2 or 3 or 4, you slower on the eccentric movement, you slower when you lower, you slower when you stretch the muscle. By going slower, you're putting the muscle under tension for a longer period of time. So whereas it used to be a 1 second movement, it's now a 3 second or a 4 second movement. You're timing the time under tension by 200, 300, 400%. So your muscles will fatigue with a reduced amount of reps. And that's how you work with time under tension. That's how you make your 2 kilogram dumbbell seem like a 4 or a 6 time under tension. You may get to a point where you may be doing it to the count of 8, to the count of 10, a real slow lowering movement. because your muscle is under tension the whole time. Your muscle will work the whole time and it will drain the energy out of that muscle for the whole time. So there's the trick today. How to make your 2 kilogram or 10 kilogram or whatever weight it is, and how to make that more effective in the future without having to upgrade and pay more. All you do is increase the time under tension and work your muscles for a longer period of time. So with what used to be a 10 reps in 30 seconds, it may now be a 10 reps in 60 seconds, or perhaps 80 or 90. And you cannot tell me that by working out for longer, you won't have a more dramatic effect, because science tells me, and will now tell you, that it does. Time under tension is the key here, and I hope that helps. I hope you makes your workouts a little bit tougher, and you can do that, especially with things like body weight squats and that sort of thing. Do that with squats. Think about where the muscle is lengthening. So the muscle is lengthening with a squat when you drop down, because it's a squat, it's working the quads, and the quads are being stretched when you drop down. So drop down slowly, just body weight, and it will have the same effect. So, hope that helps everybody. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. But for now, Coach Russ out.